Good morning, class 7. So, this is your civics lecture. So, today we will read the first chapter of the civics, that is democracy. Open page number 179 of your book. First of all, open your book. Then we will read the chapter and I will explain the chapter to you. I hope you have opened your book. So, first of all, we will read about the learning outcomes. What we will learn in this chapter. By the end of this chapter, you will able to differentiate between the different system of the government. You will learn about the different system of the government. Assess the popular element of democracy. You will learn about the democracy and the main features of it. Explain the importance of the equality and the dignity in democracy. You will learn about the dignity and you will learn about the equality in democracy. Interrupt social, political and economical issues in one own region with a reference to the right to equality. You will learn about the right to equality, participate in a decision on democracy and equality. So you will learn all this in this chapter. So start reading the chapter. First we will read this warm up. Okay. First of all we will read the warm up study. Then we will continue with the chapter. So first of all read it. Look at the picture on the left. Three boys of different heights are trying to watch a game of baseball. They are standing on boxes of equal height. So, this is a fair decision. All the three boys can see the match equally. This is a fair decision. I don't think so. Does the standing on a boxes of equal height ensure that they all have an equal view of the game? No. The three boys do not have an equal view of the match. Why not? Because this is not a fair decision. Because the first picture, this is not a fair decision. In what ways things change in the picture on the right side? So you can see that in the right hand side the picture, in the right hand side in the picture, all the three boys can watch the match properly. So which picture show a more fair or just solution? Give a reason of your answer. So which picture is having a fair solution? It is understood that picture 2 is having a fair solution. Okay. These images carry an important message. Can how governments around the world build an equal society. So what is the main role, main objective of the government? That they should provide equality among the people, they should just maintain the peace among the people. Equal distribution of the resources should be there. Yes or no? Can the government get rid of inequality by providing equal opportunities to all? So, you will learn about the different types of the government and then you will learn about how the different types of the government having a different features about the citizen and how they think about the citizen. What would be more effective way for bringing out the equality in the society? So how can you bring the equality in our society? Which type of the government is the best government that can bring the equality among the society? Equality should be there. No gender bias, no caste bias, no color bias. Things should be there in our society. Every person has an equal opportunity. Every person have an equal use of resources. So how can we maintain this? Just think about that and write your answer in your rough note. Okay. Now we will read the chapter from page number 180. Okay. Last year we saw what a government is and what its functions are. A government is a body that rules over a country or a state. It makes laws to maintain order in society and ensure those laws are followed at the same time. The government also has certain responsibilities towards the people. It provides amenities like healthcare, good roads, railways, housing, drinking water, electricity and parks. So first of all, the question is that what is government? So think about that. What is government? So what is government? A group of people managing the affairs of a country is called government. Government can be a state government also and the central government also. Central government deals with the problem and deals with the affair of the countries and the state government deals with the affair of the state. So governments are the group of people, those who are managing the affairs of a country is called government. They work for the welfare of their citizens, for the healthcare, for the roads, and for the education, for everything. They work for the welfare of their citizens. Government work for the welfare of their citizens. So first of all, learn the definition of government. A group of people managing affairs of a country is called government. A group of people managing the affairs of a country is called government. Okay. First of all, learn this definition. Now, what is types of government? How many types of government are there? Okay. Types of government. Basically, there are three types of government. In this chapter, we will learn about the three types of government. Okay. Countries around the world follow different system of government. So many countries are there in our world. So every country has having a different way to rule their citizens. Okay, they are having a different type of government. In some places, the form of government is chosen by the people themselves. Like in India, we choose our ministers by our own. We are the one who elect the ministers. While in some other, the people have no say in the formation and or the functioning of the government. In some countries, people have no right, the citizen has no right to vote. Let us take a look at some of the main form of government. So, you can see the chart is given below. First of all, read this chart, then I will explain you about the types of government. You have to read this chart very carefully because this chart is very important. In this chart, you will learn about the different types of government. So, first of all, read this chart. I am giving you 2 minutes. First of all, read this, then I will explain you. Okay? Read this. So our first government is authoritarian government. Authoritarian government. So first of all, we will read this. The power is held by one person or a group of people who have not been elected by the people of the country. The rulers have all the powers. The rulers have all the powers while the people have almost no right or freedom. There are different type of authoritarian governments. So what is authoritarian government? Powers are in certain hands. Some people are having the power. Citizens do not have a power to vote. The citizen, the person, the people, those who are living over there on that land, they cannot vote. Rulers have all the powers. Who is having all the powers? Rulers have all the powers. No right or freedom are there for the people. No right or freedom are there for the people. So, authoritarian government means that powers are in certain hands. Powers are in certain hands. Citizens do not have a power to vote. The people, those who are living on that land, that cannot vote. Okay. Rulers have all the powers. Who is having all the powers? The rulers have all the powers. Then the people, those who are living over there, they cannot vote and they do not have any right. Okay. All the powers are there in the hands of rulers. There are four types of authoritarian government. First one is monarchy. Okay. First one is monarchy. What is monarchy? First of all, read what is given in your book. One ruler, a king or a queen, rules over the people. The power is transferred hereditary. Britain and Thailand are example of constitutional monarchy where the monarch is answerable to an elected parliament. Brunei is an example of absolute monarchy where the monarch has complete authority. So monarchy type of government is that where the king and queen are the rulers. Where the king and queen are the rulers. Okay. So king and queen are the rulers. Power transfer from generation to generation. For example, today I am the queen. So my son or my daughter will be the next king or queen. Okay, there are two types of monarchy. First of all, constitutional monarchy means it was elected by some people and some written or unwritten constitution. Under some written or unwritten constitution means the king and queen have to follow some rules and regulation or some laws or norms that are given in the constitution. Okay. This is constitutional monarchy. Constitutional monarchy, from the word itself, constitution. So they have to follow the constitution. Some written or unwritten constitution. They have to follow some written or unwritten constitution. Absolute monarchy, where the king and queen has a complete power. They can do anything. They are having a complete power of its own. Here some interruption of the other people are there, but here the complete involvement of king and queen is there to run their government. So authoritarian government means the powers are there in the certain hands. Some people are having the power and that power is transferred from generation to generation. Okay, and the citizen of that place do not have a right to vote. The citizen, the person, those who are living over there, they cannot vote. Okay, so first type of authoritarian government is the monarchy. It is monarchy. It's spelled like this, monarchy. Okay, rulers are king or queen. The rulers can be a king also or a queen also. Power transfer from generation to generation. Okay. It is also two types of constitutional. From the word itself you can understand constitution means they have to follow some norms of the constitution. Some involvement of the government is there. But the absolute monarchy, no one is responsible. Only king and queen are responsible to run their government. Okay. First of all, read this, what is written on the blackboard. It will be easy to understand. Okay. I have written certain important points on the blackboard. I hope this is visible to you. First of all, read this so you can understand this in a better way. So next one is theocracy. Theocracy, a group of religious leaders rule in the name of God and govern is based on the principle of the religion. Iran, Saudi Arabia and Vatican City are the example of theocracy. So theocracy run by religious leader. Theocracy is run by religious leader on the name of God, on the name of God. Follow the principle of the religion. They follow the principle of the religion. Okay, they follow the principle of religion. Example of such countries are Iran and Saudi Arabia. So in theocracy, so the people that run the government are the religious leader. They follow their books, the religious books, and they just govern the people according to the religious book on the name of the God, on the name of the God. Run by the religious leader, first point, on the name of the God, second point, follow the principle of the religion, follow the principle of the religion. Example are Iran and Saudi Arabia. Okay, read the points which are given on the blackboard. Run by the religious leader, on the name of God, follow the principle of the religion. Example of such countries are Iran and Saudi Arabia. Okay. Now second one is oligarchy. Oligarchy. So first of all we will read this. The government is run by a small group of people who hold power and wealth. Like a group of aristocrats, France before the French Revolution, a group of powerful men, ancient Rome, or the racial group, the rules of the whites in South Africa. So oligarchy where a small group of people run the government. They are having all the wealth and the power, and they have a right to run the government. This is a small group of the people and they run the government. Example is South Africa. If the question is there, what is oligarchy? So you will answer like this only. That it governs by a small group of people. The country is governed by a small group of people under the oligarchy government, and they hold all powers and wealth. These group of people, a small group of people who holds all power and wealth. Example is South Africa. Okay. Example is South Africa. So the next one is dictatorship. Dictatorship. The government holds total power and it ruled by just one person. Only one person is having all the rights and all the power. A dictator, and that person is known as a dictator, who assumes power by force. Germany under the Hitler and Pakistan under Ziaul Haq, the ruler exercise absolute control. People have no rights and no freedom. So what is dictatorship? A government runs by one person. A government is run by one person. That one person is having all the powers and rights. That person is having all the power and right. People have no right, no freedom. Under the dictatorship type of government, people have no right and no freedom. For example, Germany under the rule of Hitler and Pakistan under the rule of Ziaul Haq. Okay. So in the dictatorship, only one person runs the government and he is having all the powers, and the people, the citizen of that area or that place, they are having no power and no freedom. Okay. These are the authentic type of government. So we have learned about the monarch, theocracy, oligarchy and dictatorship. Okay. First of all, read all these four. Then we will continue with the next one. Now, the second form of government is communism. So first of all, we will read that. The government owns and controls the economy and a single party holds power. Private ownership is banded. The means of the production belong to the community and all goods are equally shared by the people. Example include China, North Korea, USSR used to be the largest communist country in the world before its dissolution. So, what is communist? Communist is type of a government, is a form of government that is run by only one party. You can see in India there are so many parties, Congress party, BJP, BSP, AAP, so many parties are there. But in communist type of form of government, only one party is there. Only single party holds all power. Only single party holds all power. And the example of that is China and North Korea. In this, all the resources are equally distributed among the people. No biasness is there, but this type of government is run by only one party. Communist form of government is run by only a single party, and the examples are the China and the Korea. The single party holds all power. The single party holds all power, and they equally share the resources to the people. Okay. What is there in the communist? That it is run by the single party. Learn this. Communist, it is run by the single party. Yes or no? Communist type of form of government is run by single party. Okay. Single party holds all power and rights. Okay. Next one. This party share the resources equally among the citizens. Example are the China and North Korea. Example are the China and the North Korea. Okay. So the next government is the democratic government. The next government is the democratic government. The citizens rule directly or elect representative from among themselves to form a body that governs the country. there are two types of democracy, direct and indirect. So democratic type of form of government is the most popular form of the government. It is for the people, to the people and by the people. It is for the of the people, by the people and for the people. And democratic form of the government is the most popular form of the government. Okay, in this type of the government, the people are having the right. The people are having the right to vote. We are living in India, and India is a democratic country because we, the citizen of the India, we are having the right to vote. Indian can vote. Yes or no? If you are 18 or 18 above, you are having a right. You can vote for your leader. Okay. So there are two types of democracy. First one is the direct democracy, and other one is the indirect democracy. So first of all, we will learn about the democracy, that when the citizen are having a right to vote for their leaders, that type of government is known as democratic government. When the people, जब लोगों के पास वोट करने की ताकत होती है, that type of government is known as democratic government. This is divided into, first one is direct and other one is indirect. Direct democracy, people take part in all decision and participate in decision making directly. This was the earliest form of democracy and is possible only in small society, for example ancient Greek. So direct democracy means the people can interfere in any of the affairs. हर affairs में लोगों का वोट मांगते हैं कि for this is a new program, how many people are agree with this. So the decision of the people is involved in every principle or in every feature. This is the earliest form of democracy. This is the first form of democracy where the government, where the leaders ask from their people about their opinion. Okay, they ask about each and everything, about each and every objective. They ask from their people, but it is not possible in a large population country where the population is very large. It is not possible. We cannot ask for every opinion. Okay, this can be done in a small society. We can take the opinion of a citizen in the small society. Okay, indirect democracy, the government is run by the representatives chosen by the people. India is following the practice of indirect democracy. Okay, we are choosing our leaders. The people choose their representative. We choose our representative by voting. Yes or no? From in the election. Example, India and USA. So India is following the democratic government, and which type of democratic government? Indirect or representative government. Because in India the large number of population is very large, so we cannot ask for each and everything from our citizen. It can be held when the opinion of the people are considered in the small society. For every objective, for every purpose, for every subject. For every subject, they ask the opinion of their society. Because the population is very less, so they can manage that. But when the population is very large, it is not possible to ask the opinion of the people on every subject. So India is following the practice of indirect democracy. Okay. So today we will stop it over here only. So what is your homework? You will learn all the definition which is given on page number 180. All forms of government, you have to learn the definition. Thank you and have a nice day.